You're watching live the conclusion of the routine of Natalia Kalinina, who came here as the most highly respected member of the Soviet gymnastic group. Just moments ago, she had a terrible break off the beam.
She has been nervous throughout the competition. On the uneven bar, she fell twice. Really an unfortunate break. I know that the Soviet officials are looking to her to do things in the World Championships. Great ending, lots of difficulty in a routine, but a very scary tumbling pass right down on the balance beam.
She has not had as much international experience as some of the other Soviet or even American gymnasts. This is what happened moments ago.
A fast tumbling run. You can see that she moves, well, you can't see it on slow motion, but she moves very quickly. She just slipped slightly and caught her back leg. Boy, does that hurt, not only physically, but emotionally.
Kathy, when you're making that move, are you sighting the beam as it comes over, or are you just hoping it's there from all the practice you've done?
No, you're really sighting the balance beam, but when you're moving that quickly and you're taking as many risks as she is during both back handsprings and moving fast like that, sometimes you just can't help it. You're working on a 4-inch piece of apparatus.
We're waiting for the score. She is obviously very upset. Tears in the eyes of Natalia Kalinina. And what I was getting at with the limited international experience in comparison to some of the other gymnasts, jet lag, different food, away from home, homesickness, who knows. 9.375 for Kalinina of the Soviet Union. Well, that means we're ready to watch now the mount of Brandy Johnson on the beam. This is one of her better events. 9.775. She needs to take the lead.
I had the opportunity to ask Brandy about this event prior to the competition. I said, do you like working on the beam during competition? And most gymnasts say, no, I can't wait for it to be over. But she said, I love it. I love the challenge. And she begins with a fairly safe mount. It's a split mount. Doesn't take any chances there. But then it changes. Watch this. It's called a Diamondov. Brand new move for Brandy. She started working on it 4 months ago. And in practice, she really looks smooth. There's that series of gymnastic movements. One of the requirements. Getting ready for her acrobatic requirements. She can hold on to this, and she did. Great so far. She doesn't look nervous whatsoever.
I must tell you, you cannot appreciate the sheer acrobatic power and pounding the body takes up on that beam unless you're standing right next to it. The sound that you actually can feel through your legs when Brandy, in that case, comes down on the beam is extraordinary.
I don't know if you noticed the slight little bobble there. It's only a 1/2 of a tenth now. That's what the judges can take off. There's another D move in the code of points. That's the most difficult, plus she will get a 1/10 of a point bonus for that. The athletes started at 9.6. They're given 3/10 of a point for extra bonus movements. 3/10 of a point for combination and bonus movements, and a 1/10 for an extra D move or an extra wrist move. She can just hold on to this. Don't get much better than that under a tremendous amount of pressure. A great routine.
A big Brandy smile, a hug from Kevin Brown.
There we go. Wave to the crowd. Good set, baby. Yeah.
Kevin's wife and co-coach of Brandy, Rita.
Wake up your toes there.
The dismount seems so easy, and yet that's what gymnastics is all about, trying to make it look easy, and yet it's so tough. She's right on. She really pulls that double salto around and barely moves on the landing. Watch how easily she makes this look. This is the combination tumbling run, or the acrobatic element that's required. No problem.
Brandy Johnson, the best of 1,000 gymnasts that are coached by Kevin Brown. ABC's Wide World of Sports will continue after this message and a word from our local stations.
And when we return, D. Wayne Lucas's prize, Colt Houston takes on the field at the Derby trial.